Here I be. Here I be. B-I-L-L-B. Okay. Can you hear me? All right. Hell yeah. Oh, it's reminding me of a song. I'll play a song. I have to, man. I put so much energy into that first one. You don't even know. Man, I was going hard. It was buffering, huh? Perhaps too hard. It may have been too hard and too evil. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys are here with me. Can you hear me? I've been in contact with Red Pill. I hope he's at the ready. I'm not going to put the, I'm ready for you, Red Pill. Call me. I'm ready for you. Let's do this interview. Call me, brother. I tried to do enough in the first one. I just can't help it. You two hate me. Call me, man. Good to see you all. Headless, how are you? Loud and clear. Awesome. You can still hear everything just fine? That's good. All right. All right. We have a guest. Hello.
What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Red Pill? How are you?
What'd you do? Piss YouTube off already and they kicked you off?
I guess so. I guess so. They hate me. They hate me. I'm sure we'll get kicked off too.
Probably.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to go through that thread that I sent you?
Yeah, I went to it. I started watching it, and then I did get sidetracked and couldn't finish it. Tell me what it was about.
Well, I can read it if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd like that.
You know,
I'd like that.
First of all, we'll start elsewhere. You know, what drives me crazy is the failure of the thinking class to actually think these days. And that actually includes the press, the media, and they're definitely a huge part of it. And they just lost their fucking minds. They're just going crazy. I'm so sick of hearing it doesn't matter where you go anymore, even Fox. I'm so sick of Fox. Laura's good, obviously. Shit.
Laura Ingraham, she is great.
Laura and
Hannity.
Tucker.
Yeah, and Tucker. Hannity.
And Hannity. Those are the only three anymore for damn one there.
That's.
But anywhere else you go, they're just going crazy. But I was watching Fox earlier today, and I about fell out of the damn chair. There's Dems that are actually going against this impeachment that they've got going on. That they're actually starting to go against it. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
they're not down with it.
That's crazy to watch, isn't it? And it's a sign of people waking up.
Exactly. So I'm anxious to see this vote tomorrow, how it goes. Why they're even voting on it? They should have did this in the first damn place.
Absolutely.
It should be going on, period.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody needs to just punch shit right in the damn throat, period. He's an idiot.
He's actually, you're right. You're right. He is an idiot. But he's also, as far as like deep state scum go, he's probably the slimiest guy, which in his own regards, which is sad, is probably quite brilliant because this dude makes people hate him more and more every day, but yet hasn't quite put himself in a position where, I mean, who gives this guy the hook? That's what I want to know. Like, everybody's bitching and complaining about Adam Schiff. It's like, who has the ability to come in and go, dude, you're fucking way out of line and we need to yank you out of here? That's the bitch. Is he so much slimy and
Actually,
smart?
Pelosi does, but you know what? Pelosi has that. But you know what?
It's true.
You take Pelosi's old ass and turn her upside down and shake her and pop both her hips out of her sockets. Shit will fall out of her damn pockets. Fall out of her pockets and smack the floor. She's behind all this bullshit.
Yeah. You are right about that. You're right. She does have that ability to do that. And the whole walkout stage between her and Schumer and everything, that was all staged. They're all making it come to a plan because why, Red Pill? Why? Because their plans are being exposed right before our eyes, right?
Exactly. All of this ignorant bullshit is simply because they're trying to do whatever they have to do to cover their asses, and that includes the media and Hollywood. Everybody bitching out in Hollywood. They're doing anything and everything they can, running their mouth, being idiots, doing whatever they need to do because every single one of these peckerheads has something to hide.
It's frustrating to watch it happen, being awoke and watch this go on. It's comical in some ways, but it's really, really quite sad, I would say, to watch them speaking out and you just to yourself knowing that, you know what, I know the truth and I'm listening to you and you are scum. You are just so much deep state puppet. It's embarrassing.
Exactly.
It's embarrassing, man.
I am not watching the chat, but can everybody hear me okay? I don't even know how many people are in there.
I'm not quite sure either how many are in there. I did ask if everybody could hear you okay, and nobody complained. So I would say that they hear you loud and clear, would be my guess. So you texted me a little earlier today, and that was awesome catching up with you because, to be honest, with the chat, Red Pill and I mean, we communicate in waves, and things happen. We get together, we yak it up, and then time goes by. And this is just one of those times when, we started communicating a little bit more and started talking a little bit more what was going on. And Red Pill was talking about how some things were getting him really fired up as far as, what he had been seeing. In fact, he said he started making kind of like a list and stuff, which is very helpful. And you would completely support the fact that a list helps a lot when you're getting your thoughts together, right, Red Pill?
Exactly. I agree with you there because, us being Marines, that's why they put pictures in all directions for everything that they have. Pictures and notes help us Marines, especially, kind of like picture books. But we probably won't be able to operate half the shit that they got for us in the Marine Corps. But anyway.
Yeah, I agree. It helps.
It's funny because I came across a couple videos that I watched them and kind of sat back and thought, and everybody's pissed off because Trump is actually doing what he meant, what he said he was going to do: drain the swamp. Drain the swamp consists of long-standing relationships between individuals and institutions, and even foreign countries, and it's a threat to their profession, their way of life, their livelihood, and that's not just here in the country; that's all over the world. For those, I'm pretty sure that everybody in our chat, everybody in our group, followed Q. And side note on Q, I don't know how many times I'm getting so tired of hearing everybody bitching about Q not posting. Well, Take that, and if you really know Q, how many times has Q said, you have more than you know?
Bingo.
Everybody's like, what the hell does that mean? Well, now you know.
Now you know. Now you
We have
know.
more than we know. We don't need Q anymore because we know everything. Now it's just a matter of everything getting out.
And I think we would all welcome Q back, but I think you're right, Red Pill. I mean, it's funny. The whole thing has made everybody mature. And if you go into the land of make-believe when this all started and you started listening to it, we just had the 2-year anniversary. By the way, I would have never put that together. There's people that like follow this shit way, way more than me. But I followed enough that know.
Actually, 2 days ago, it was 27th.
Yeah, right on. Just like you, man. But there's people that follow it. But the real awesome part of it is that Q easily could have died and disappeared out of nowhere, into obscurity, and nobody would have thought anything of it other than some of the things that they saw with like the cicada drops, which I personally never got into. I didn't even start learning about them until the Q drops started going, and then people started going down past the cicada, and then I was like, oh, okay, I see, but I was a little newer in the World Wide Web. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, one of the things that at the point where we're at right now, tonight going into, tomorrow night going into the first is kind of bothering me. So we're coming up on 2 years now of Las Vegas. Tomorrow night going into Friday morning.
Halloween into November 1st.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Brain fart. That was going into October 1st with
it's all right.
Out in Las Vegas. My bad.
No, that's all right. That's all right though, because all of this stuff does have a correlation to each other, dude. I mean, if we've learned anything, it's that anything that they've tried to put before us by way of the instances of Las Vegas or anything, why should there be so much bullshit and sticky shit that makes people question the narrative? And this isn't people getting crazy, like going on some weird like response. The reality is that in that Las Vegas issue, there's been like honestly 8 or 9 or maybe 10, but at least 8 people that witnessed and said that there was more than the one dude up in the hotel taking all of that fire on everybody, and that these people mysteriously died. And then I actually saw footage, I don't know if you did, but it looked like somebody in a police uniform pulled out his revolver and started shooting people on the ground.
I've seen several videos. There's a channel, John E. Hoover, that absolutely they won't let Las Vegas go. They continue to do. They have not stopped their investigation. I've seen pictures. I've seen videos. As far as what's that jackass's name? That Patsy that was up in the 32nd floor. He didn't even fire around. I'll give a explain. It says you cannot make those shots from that height or that length. No. Sorry. Not enough Chris Kyles in the world to do that. No.
That's a
He
good
didn't do it.
That's a good pull. That's a good reference for any of you that don't know. Chris Kyle was the man behind the movie. I forget the name of the movie.
Carlos Hathcock.
What's it called?
Carlos Hathcock. There aren't enough of them. Carlos Hathcocks or Chris Kyles
Right.
in the world to do what they claimed he did.
Yeah, they were extreme marksmen. No, they were extreme marksmen. They but not only could they shoot, but they brought an attitude. They brought it, and they even put it into the people that were in their service and they had contact with, like Marine brigades and people that did sweep units and all this kind of stuff. Chris Kyle, if you watch the movie, he got down and went in there and went on a couple of these like Fallujah door to door, kick it in. I mean, you have to have a certain.
Shit right there.
You could have a death wish for that kind of shit. I mean, what a rush! But sucks.
Shit right there. One of my favorite things that we said in the Marine Corps was, if you heard that round, that one wasn't meant for you.
Yeah. I get that. That's funny. If you heard it, it wasn't meant for you.
All right, let me jump on this thread from Twitter. I'm just going to read it for word, and there's, we'll see how we go here. But
the floor is yours. The floor is yours. Floor is yours. Everybody listen up. Here you go, Red Pill. Go ahead.
If anybody wants to jump in here and check it out on Twitter, it is IET. His handle is at INK Incunated _ ET. INKUNATED _ ET. And says, okay, who wants to see just how hashtag Sable Genius Trump and Q really are? Masterful art of war. Holy kick, I can barely contain myself writing this. And he's got a couple pictures here, and it shows a couple Q posts. Whatever happened to the Pakistani guy who worked with the DNC? The president asked in an interview. This is going back, this is talking about the Awan brothers. Asking if they were involved in Baghdadi stuff.
The A1s, just so I can just stop you for a second so everybody understands, the A1 brothers were involved in all of the back, computer shit that was going on in the Hillary campaign. Proceed, Red Pill.
Debbie Wasserman Schultz, they worked for her and everything else. She didn't want them fired, wouldn't turn over computers, all that.
That's right.
Shit.
That's right.
Second Q post he's got posted here is 11:06. Syria troop unwind will happen. Dated 9 April of 18. Syria, hold until confirmed. Military assets on the ground locked out of GZ, which is Green Zone. Israel strike harmed ability to prove events. Clown report must be verified. Troop unwind still occurs. Have faith, trust POTUS.
Yeah. CIA must be verified. Trust POTUS.
Trump, here's where it gets good. Trump wrote an executive order blocking property, assets, U.S. entry from anyone involved in the situation in Syria on October 14, 2019. And I'm looking at it right here. Is going the executive order on blocking property and suspending entry of certain persons contributing to the situation in Syria. Now, dates are what's going to fall into place here. So dates are important here. So this is written on October 14th, signed into law by POTUS.
Okay. Yeah.
Jump down to the next one. U.S. forces kill ISIS. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get Bill kicked off. Founder, leader Baghdadi in Syria. This was dated October 27th. So this is just an article of showing when he was killed on the 27th of October. Now, if everybody remembers correctly, what I was just trying to say right here. What's interesting is Pelosi's secret trip to visit Syria and Jordan on what day? 10/20. Now, remember Trump signed the EO on 14 October.
Okay.
On 20 October, Pelosi and congressional delegation make secret trip to Afghanistan.
Time out.
Before.
What at this point, Red Pill, what do you think this is all starting to gear up towards? Like as you read this to us, as you talk about where this is going, where does this fuel you towards? What do you think is going on with this?
Long story short, instead of going through this entire thread, and it's a hell of a long one. Long story short, they went over there and they actually taught, according to intel that I've gotten, and that's on that. Some other things that are on here, and things that I've heard and have been told. Those dipshits went over there and they actually talked to Baghdadi prior to all this.
To like his death?
What's that?
Like prior to his death. I mean, that they went over there. And is there any speculation as to how they pinpointed Baghdadi's location after Schiff and Pelosi went there? Is there any kind of speculation for that?
Hold on to your nuts.
I got him.
Pelosi went over there, and Pelosi helped us find Baghdadi, pinpoint his location, because why not? She'd be in track too.
So did she?
Not dumb. Goes all the way back to what I've said at the beginning. He's a freaking genius. He's not stupid.
Trump?
Yeah, he had her. She was being tracked.
Did she know she was being tracked and try to put this out there?
She didn't know.
No idea.
She didn't. She does now. It's all over the damn internet.
Yeah, that's probably true.
She's an idiot. Hell, a damn woman can't even keep her freaking dentures in her face.
That's true too. Real talk.
They're offering some sex at the bottom out of a vodka bottle. So
it's true.
What they did is they tried to go over there basically and cover their asses.
Why'd Schiff go? Why did Schiff go too?
To help cover their asses. What happened was when Trump makes all these references about how he was back in the corner and he died like a dog and this and that, and he whined and whimpered and just calling them out. That's a drop to the deep state and to Schiff and the rest of these jackasses. They got a confession out of Baghdadi as to who did what, when, and where. Pelosi, Schiff, all these people. Because if you remember back before No Name died, look at pictures of that idiot over there hanging out with
all those jokers, all of them,
and all of his all of Baghdadi's foot soldiers, and he was supplying money to him, money and guns to him.
Every single one of them, dude. Yeah, those pictures are real. That's real shit.
And even prior to that, you know, I don't know if everybody knew this or not, but back in the day, who do you think started the four-letter agency?
I don't know.
It was them. Barry Soetoro did.
Who?
You know, good old Barry Obama did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
He started all that. So basically, when Trump said that we recovered, quote unquote, what was that? Help me out here, Bill. I'm trying to look for it.
Yeah, no. I'm with you, Red Pill. What I want to do is, because you've been so spot on with your information so far, what I want to do is I want to get into what gets you riled up, brother. I want to know why you have faith in this plan, and I want to know. I mean, you don't have to go crazy, but I mean, what amps you up, dude? What wakes you up every day to say, you know what? I'm behind this president. I'm behind this shit. Because you are laying out fact after fact. And this information is available for everybody to watch, everybody to see. Anybody could research it. Any of you. And I digress. But what gets you fucking motivated, dude? What gets you going about Trump? Go.
I'm too passionate about a whole lot of things. I'm passionate about my weapons. I'm passionate about my training. I'm passionate about my kids. But I'm definitely passionate about what the hell is going on with my government, my country, and what these fuckers are trying to do to it. And what I'm not going to bow down to. I'm not going to bow down to this UN bullshit. I'm not going to bow down to these damn deep state fuckers. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm going to do whatever I can to prevent that. Whether it's talk to one person, 5 people, 50,000 people. Tell them what I know. And hopefully they'll do the same thing.
Getting involved in the community, though. You're talking to people in your daily life, aren't you? When you get a chance.
Exactly.
That is what it's about.
I've been told I'm an idiot. I've been told I'm crazy.
Me too.
I don't give a shit. I've been called worse. I do not care. Call me whatever you want.
You're awake, man. You're awake. And that's what people can't handle. That's why people that get mad, they can't hang with a conversation. Their only alternative to the fact that you would even stand up to have a discussion is that they get to eventually put themselves into a position to be mad and then be upset. And then they're mad and upset and they're incapable of having a conversation because you're basing everything on pretty much facts. It's like, sure, we're not, and none of us are claiming Trump is perfect. Nobody's even trying to declare he's perfect. No. But he's exposing. He's exposing.
How do I put this? I'm not looking to put this in a politically correct way. I don't know how to spell politically correct.
It's okay. We'll get it.
And anybody that knows me on here already knows. So, that's sorry.
It's
no,
okay.
I'm not sorry.
Let it fly, baby. Let it fly.
The funny thing is, when I start spitting truth to somebody, and all they can do is tell me, "Oh, I'm crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy." All they can do is start calling me names. That's all they can. That's all you got. I'm trying to tell you what the fuck's going on and what's going to happen. And you don't like Trump, and you're going to start calling me names. That's your comeback to me. Wake up before you die. Because those people that aren't awake, those sheeple that are running around with their heads up each other's asses because they're so close together and believing whatever Schumer and Pelosi and all these other jackasses say.
Yeah, they're dumb as fuck.
Right, you know what? You believe it?
Yeah, they believe the shit. They're fucking dumb as fuck.
What really bothers me are these people that say their end all to my conversation and try to talk to them is, well, shit, it's a thing, I'll just come to your house. The fuck you will.
Fuck you. Right?
I got my own to take care of. I got me and my dog and my kids to take care of. I ain't got time for your shit.
No, hell no. Wake the fuck up. Join America.
I only got enough MREs and rounds and weapons
to keep your family alive till 2134. I'm sorry. I walked all over you. I'm sorry. My bad.
I didn't hear what you said.
I know. I walked all over your line, dude. You were saying it, and I fucking went and said something that was stupid. And I missed what you said, and I apologize.
No, you're good. I don't have... If you're going to tell me, well, I'll just wait for shit to hit the fan to come to your house. Oh, no, sorry about your luck. You can beat on my window all you want when shit hitting the fan.
That's fair.
And if it's really hitting the fan, you're beating on my window, chances are you're going to get blasted. Because I got time to play your games.
Right.
I've told you and tried, I've told you for the past 3 years what's going to happen. Yeah. And you're left out there with your pecker flying in the wind. Sorry about the luck.
That's right. Did you say you got your pecker flying in the wind?
People need to know.
It's true.
People need to start. People need to get their closest loved ones together now.
It's true.
Start making plans.
True.
Say somebody drops an EMP on us, and your husband or wife is across town, your kids are at school. How are they going to know where to go? You can't just pick up something and say, hey, shit's hitting the fan, come home.
You should have a plan.
No.
I mean, you should have a game plan at least, right? At the minimum, have a game plan.
You better have A, B, C, D, and F.
Yeah, you're right. But I
You
mean,
better have about 4 or 5 plans.
for some people's
Because like I
plans
said,
are going to be to
shit hit the
run.
fan. Yeah.
But you're right.
You gotta get your people together. You got to have a plan. I'm not talking about going to the damn, community town hall. Screw that shit.
Well,
I'm
no.
talking about your family and the people you care about, the neighbors that you know and trust, your family.
No, you're right. You're
Where
right.
are you going to go? Where's the rendezvous point that you guys are going to meet up in the event when it happens, when shit hits the fan?
I know where I'm going to be, but you're right. You drive the point is that, for God's sakes, what Red Pill is saying is that, guys, have a plan B to get away from plan A is where you're living. So at least come up with a plan B to move. Like if something actually happened, could you get yourself far enough away from a sort of bigger city or even just a city? If you live in the city, could you put yourself in a position to be 5, 10, 15 miles outside of that city? And if you don't, work on that. Because the reality is that when the shit hits the fan and stuff really starts going down, the reality is that you need to get yourself away from the masses if you're a prepper and putting up with this. Am I wrong? And you have
You're
something.
exactly right.
You have something turned on.
Just,
You have something turned on.
just as well as I do. Do what?
Yeah, there's something turned on. It's a double. I can hear it echo, but you're good.
I don't know.
You're good now.
Sign out of
You're good.
Can you hear me now? Everybody good?
Yeah, good.
What was I talking about? Oh, just like in Marine Corps. You think if when we went to go do a mission, we just wrote down and marker, this is what we're going to do, this is our battle plan, and we only have one avenue of approach? Hell no. Hell no. We had a plan for if the wind changed direction, and you had to end up pissing the wind. We had a plan for that. We had a plan for if you fell off a truck. There's always a plan for something. Always got to have something.
It's a good plan.
But anyway, I got way far off of what the question you asked me. I just don't understand why everybody's allowing this stuff to happen. It's like Matt Gaetz and all those guys. They're bitching and complaining. They got to pull Jim Jordan and all them and Nunez, and they can do something about what the Democrats are doing.
What do you think's holding that up, though? I think you brought it up earlier. Is that it's Pelosi, right? Because you're right. Devin Nunes and Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise and all of the Republicans that are fighting to show transparency in what the Democrats and Adam Schiff are trying to put out there in front of people, which is complete bullshit. They are trying to reach transparency. The problem is that Adam Schiff has painted himself in such a corner that it's allowed him to do what he's doing. It's allowed him to keep in secret what he's keeping secret. And for some reason, nobody on the planet outside of Pelosi can stop him from doing what he's doing. So it's done a few things. The appetite to impeach President Trump is not there in spades as far as the United States. They keep trying to manipulate it and show the narrative that people want him impeached. The reality is that we don't. And the reality is that the people that actually do shit for a living and work and do all this stuff definitely do not want this man impeached. He is solving so many things on a global scale that is really unmatched. It's unparalleled. Nobody, no president can compete with what he's done, all while being under this fucking scrutiny that's been going on. And I think it's a testament to him, and I think it's a testament to the internet, because with him winning and the ability to have direct contact with your president, there are digital soldiers that are created as a result of this. And maybe I'm a I was going to say I might be a retarded digital soldier, but I am one nonetheless. I might be. But that would be us, Red Pill. You're right. That would be us.
Let me do a rundown for those of you that don't know. And everybody may know this. I don't know. But if I don't say what I need to say and somebody doesn't know, then it's on me, because they didn't know and they didn't understand. Hypothetically speaking, Trump gets kicked out of office. First of all, Pence has already signed paperwork to run in 2020 to run for president. So Trump gets booted. Pence is too weak. And yeah, I understand that about my own former governor, which was also involved in all this child sex trafficking stuff, by the way, for those of you that did not know. KK, you're a fellow Hoosier. I don't know if you knew that or not, but yep, he is. He's into this. He's going down. Why do you think he was one that got one of those letters at Poppy's funeral last year? For those, everybody remembers that those people that got the notes, the Pence's got one, and everybody's like, "What the hell?" Well, now we know he's involved in that. But anyway, Trump gets booted. Pence is too weak. He can't run. He's already compromised. Pelosi, like I said, she can't even keep her fucking teeth in her mouth, let alone run a country.
It's true.
So her being the Speaker of the House, can appoint whoever she wishes to be president.
Yeah,
so true. Guess who she's going to appoint? And it damn sure ain't going to be Big Daddy.
No.
It's going to be Hillary Clinton. And then Hillary Clinton gets in. She's president. She can choose. It's her, whoever she wants, to be vice president.
Do you think, honestly, Red Pill, timeout, do you think that it could honestly ever get to the point of that scenario before America would be gaslit into Armageddon, before they would let anything like that go on?
I'd like to say no. However, we do have UN troops here in our country. I don't know if people knew that or not.
In Utah.
But in Utah. And I did hear today, and it kind of pissed me off. And whoever, you can listen to whoever you want, but Dave Hodges, man, he's talking about a war of freaking fearmonger. He's so full of shit. He's talking all kinds of trash out of his mouth right now. It's not even funny.
I don't even know who that is. Is he the Hodges? The Hodges report?
Yeah, no, the Common Sense Show. Common Sense Show.
Yeah, I don't listen to that. I've listened to it before. I don't listen to it at all.
Well, the first couple times anybody does, you'll be like, no.
Yeah, that was me.
Because he claims he has all these high sources and he reads all these reports off his laptop. And I even commented, I called him out the other night. I said, you read all these reports? I said, most any normal person that's on YouTube that has a channel, they actually put the links to the reports in the description box below, I said, I haven't seen any of that from you.
There's so many people out there that are putting out just massive amounts of not only disinformation, and it's okay. There's people that are blindly out there putting out disinformation, but there's also lots of them out there that are kind of meant to be like these velvet hammers where they want to pretend to be completely with Trump, but then they feed in like they velvetly hammer in these truths under to undermine anything that President Trump is doing. Make no mistake, we are under digital warfare with the enemy. This next election is going to be won on the internet, even though it's going to take you physically showing your ass up to vote. We will win the next election. We did win the midterms, just so you guys know. We won the midterms, not only in the Senate, we won it in the House. The whole reality. What's that?
But it was all, they cheated on it all. So of course we won it. And by a huge margin, we won everything over the midterm elections.
That's true.
But it was all cheated. Everything, they cheated on everything. And they're going to do the same fucking thing in 2020. They're going to cheat their asses off, do anything, everything they can to not let Trump win. But you know what? He's going to win by
a lot.
The freaking huge, most massive landslide you've ever seen in your entire life.
Let me lay something on you, Red Pill.
Huh?
Let me lay something on you a minute about the elections. Because let me lay something on you. You're right. You're right. That's, first of all, you have to know you're right. There is going to be a landslide election in 2020 based on what the Democrats have done in the last 3 years, or the lack of what they've done. But the reality is, in my opinion, is that the Democrats were allowed to win the Senate. I think that Trump, and they all knew that these voting machines were definitely able to be programmed, and they allowed the manipulation to happen within the House. They didn't allow it in the Senate, and the Senate won 53-47. They got what they wanted in the Senate. I've always maintained and stood by the fact and said that there's no way that the Republicans could win that many additional seats within the Senate and lose the House vote. No, people don't vote that crazy. They vote party lines. They would have voted all the Republicans. And in order for the Senate to pick up seats, they would have had the vote in. In fact, they probably had to give back so many votes in order to not win the House. Why? Because they need the House to expose themselves for the evil they are. While the investigations are going on, they couldn't allow the Republicans to win the House. There would have never been a reason to try to put him up before an impeachment trial. They would have never tried to put him up under anything, and they would have claimed that all the Republicans won it all, y'all Trump crazies, and shit would have went nuts, and they would have tried to build this great divide between you and the rest of America. No, they needed to let the Democrats win the House so that they could launch all of these ridiculous campaigns to expose themselves, to give up who they are. That's why they are allowed to go forward with what's going on, and they will proceed in this impeachment, and it's by design.
Here's the problem we're going to have, and this is really bothering me, but these guys are old enough to know better. The Democrats are going to win their stupid vote tomorrow, and here's why. Because they're going to have enough Republicans.
Sure.
They've been going around, and I'll guarantee to you right now, as we speak, ain't nobody home. They're all in their offices right now. All the Democrats are coming around and going to all these Republican senators and congressmen and everybody else. And back in the day, let me back up a minute. Back in the day, all these meet and greets they do. Well, let me introduce you to this man or woman. They're 13, 14, 15 years old. Just a casual introduction, no big deal. but a picture tells 1,000 words. It's called blackmail. Especially now with this whole Epstein bullshit. So they see this senator with taking a picture with so-and-so's daughter that's 14 years old that nobody knows. Well, she's underage, but they've got a picture of her, they've got evidence, and they're going to hold it against them. So what they're going to do, what these Democrats are doing, they're going around, they're blackmailing they're going to blackmail enough people, enough Republicans tomorrow for tomorrow's vote where they're going to win. And against better judgment, knowing damn good and well that they're free and clear from whatever they're going to be blackmailed on, they're going to turn against our president.
Well, and we saw that coming, man. We saw that coming. If tomorrow turns up to be a vote that votes for them continuing on with the impeachment inquiry, let me remind everybody in the chat that
it's not even a fucking impeachment inquiry. First of all,
it's not. You're right.
They voted to start a fucking inquiry.
No, you're right. It's not. It's not an impeachment, and it's not an impeachment inquiry. It's all bullshit. And when will people wake up to it? You're absolutely right. But what I would say is that while this is going on tomorrow, the bulk of people are awake and see this for what it is. The mainstream television will not allow the narrative to change towards it, dude. And it's happening off mainstream television. I mean, people within the world of the internet understand in massive percentages that what we're witnessing is bullshit.
You know what really surprised me, made me happy? I wish the hell I could remember the guy's name, but he was a Democratic congressman today that was getting interviewed, and he was always one that was bashing against the Republicans and everything else. And he actually said, finally, he said, this isn't going to fly. What Adam Schiff is doing is wrong. It's illegal, and we're not about that. We're about a nation of laws and votes. And I don't agree with this.
I think I heard that. Yeah, I think I heard that.
He's actually going against what, basically what you just said. He's actually waking up saying, hey, this is bullshit. What's going on? And there's more and more even Democrats alone that are doing this. But what's going to happen is, and I can't wait, this is what's going to do it. They're going to go ahead with, man, I'm talking so much, my brain's going so damn fast, I can't catch my breath.
You're good, man. You're good.
I'm getting so damn excited and fired up right now, I'm sweating. So what's going to happen is they're going to get the green flag for the impeachment, and that's what's going to Trump and Barr and Horowitz and all that. Trump's going to say, oh, yeah, motherfuckers? Well, check this shit out. Hold my beer. Watch this. Remember that? Every day, all your friends doing something stupid here, hold my beer. That's what Trump's going to do. They're going to get the impeachments going and allow for it, and Trump's going to say, oh, yeah? Hold my beer. Watch this. And shit's going to go fucking crazy, and it's on. It's on, and it's going to be so freaking awesome. I'm going to be so damn excited. I'll probably have a little chubby going on.
So you're saying that things are coming to a head right before our eyes. Would you say that?
Very quickly. Very, very quickly. And like I said, if the Democrats get their way, if Schiff and Pelosi get their way, and they get to go ahead and actually start the impeachment process, fine, go ahead. And that's when all of this stuff, the reports are going to start coming out. All these people are going to start being exposed. The child sex trafficking, the adrenochrome, the cabal, Schiff and his dealings with the hotel in California. All these people being killed. General Flynn's going to be exonerated. He's on the go. He's going to be boss of the wall. All the lies they said against him. Everything's going to come out. Everything's going to be laid out on the table. And it's not going to be Trump doing it. it's going to be the Inspector General and all the rest of the boys from the DOJ.
Yeah.
They're all going to be saying, here, all their staffers, all them old fuckers going to be saying, here, hold my beer while I throw some truth out on these fuckers when we start slapping some handcuffs. And I need about 190,000 of good old patriots to come over here to D.C. and help me start unramments like that. Anybody up for the challenge? Bet your ass.
Bet your ass. Well, Red Pill, I appreciate you coming on tonight, and I appreciate you actually just total agreement with me. I agree with everything that you just said. I agree with everything that you kind of said throughout the stream, and you know what? It's so great communicating with you and touching base with you, and I'm happy you're a part of the family, and just, dude, it's great, dude. I mean, you got it going on, and we all have it going on because we all see the truth for what it is. It's not to pump you up, dude, and make you feel crazy and cool. It's saying that, you know what, we all see it just like you. I think we do. And you did bring some extra cool stuff into the chat tonight, and I appreciate the shit out of that. But man,
like I said, though,
it's happening.
Like I said, even though I end up saying, in the end we're going to win, that does not mean saying, oh, well, we're going to win. We know what's going to happen. Red Pill spit some truth out, and that sounds good, and that's going to happen. So we don't have to worry about making plans or buying food or doing this or doing that. No.
True.
The food that you buy, that shit lasts for 25 years. You're not at a loss if you buy it. If you don't need it, you've got it. It's called proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
Yeah. That's right.
Failing to plan is planning to fail. You got the shit. You don't need it. You can use it when you go camping. You can't ever have too many damn rounds, and you damn sure can't have ever have too many guns.
No, you're right.
I buy guns like women buy purses and shoes. Just saying.
I know people like you.
My friend told me he does.
No, I know people like you. I don't buy them like that, but I do buy them, and I shoot straight with them, the ones that I have. And I love them. And man, I appreciate you, dude. Like you can't imagine. Anything else you want to leave anybody with before we cut this off?
Just like I said, make more than one plan. Sit your people down. And I know your kids are going to be like, this is stupid. This is bullshit. And that's when you need to say, look, this is what's going to happen. You're not going to have your cell phone. And so this, so on and so forth. Make more than one plan. Everybody meet up at one place. Then you can go from there.
Y'all come to my house. It's a party. When it all goes down and everything goes down, you can come here. We're going to meet at one place. It'll be my place. And we'll be here, and I'll have a keg ready in the middle of Armageddon. There ain't no question. I will not have the party ready. I will be ready. I might even make a cake.
Keg at Bill's house, that'll last an hour.
Dick. Total dick. Just a dick.
Bill walked around with fish with little fish lips all the time. He probably got a million pictures of himself doing duck faces. Those aren't duck faces. Those are fish lips swimming in beer. Oh, my bad. All right, I gotta go. I love you guys.
What a cock. All right, I love you too, Red Pill. Take it easy, you fucker.
See y'all.
See ya. What a bitch. What a dick. All right. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I'm going to cut it off and call it a night. I need my beauty rest. Ugh, I need my recovery rest. This man makes my blood pressure go up. Okay. All right. Thanks for coming to the stream tonight. It's great seeing you all. And I'll see you soon. I promise.